goldenrod and the 4-H stone, the things I brought you when I found out you had cancer of the bone. Your father cried on the telephone, and he drove his car into the Navy Yard just to prove that he was sorry. In the morning, through the window shade, when the light pressed up against your shoulder blade, and I could see what you were reading. Oh, the glory that the Lord has made, and the complications you could do without, when I kissed you on the mouth. Tuesday night at the Bible study, we lift our hands and we pray over your body, but nothing ever happens. And I remember at Michael's house in the living room when you kissed my neck and I almost touched your blouse. In the morning at the top of the stairs, when your father found out what we did that night, and you told me you were scared. Oh, the glory when you ran outside with your shirt tucked in and your shoes untied, and you told me not to follow you. Sunday night when I clean the house, I find the card where you wrote it out with the pictures of your mother. On the floor at the Great Divide, with my shirt tucked in and my shoes untied, I'm crying in the bathroom. In the morning when you finally go, and the nurse runs in with her head hung low, and the cardinal hits the window. In the morning in the winter shade, on the 1st of March, on the holiday, I thought I saw you breathing. Oh, the glory that the Lord has made, and the complications when I see his face in the morning in the window. Oh, the glory when he took our place, and he took my shoulders, and he shook my face, and he takes, and he takes, and he takes. Well, hello, everybody. Thought I'd start out with some music rather than my regular weekly ramblings on at the beginning. But I am Bieker. This is No Tie Tuesday, as you can clearly see, and welcome back for another afternoon of live music. If you're in the room, do me a favor and just make a quick comment to say hi, or let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you had for lunch, what you're having for lunch, whatever. Just a little comment so I can see you're in the room, and then I can say hi back. Otherwise, I just see some generic, an eyeball with a number next to it and know how many people are watching, but I don't know it's you. So you can comment and let me know it's you. That would be great. Hey, it's Kristen. Kristen says, hi, we made it today. Awesome. Welcome. That's one of the great things about doing this every week is I know every once in a while people that, eventually everybody gets a chance to make it in. So that's great. Kristen's having quesadillas for the family today. Awesome. I'm going to be right over when I'm done. That sounds delicious. No, I'm not. I get a delicious lunch made for me today by my lovely wife, Christy, upstairs. So that's fantastic. All right, well, welcome, Kristen. Nice to have you here. If you're watching, just remember a couple quick things you can do to help out with the stream, and thus my career in general, I suppose, is just do a quick hit the share button, share to your wall, let people know you're watching. That way, Facebook just kind of primes the pump, I guess, and sends notifications to more people. Because I can't do that and stream at the same time. So counting on you to be my promo street team while this is going on. Or if you're catching this later, you can share it later as well. And yeah, please do take the time to say hi in the comments. If you have any requests, make those. I come here with, I say no plans, but really the last few times I've had kind of a vibe or something before I start, just a slight, almost half plan. But nothing is set in stone, and I'm here for you. So if there's something you want to hear, let me know, and I will do my best to accommodate it. I have my trusty lyric machine, my iPad over here, and the internet, and with those two things, almost nothing is impossible as long as I know the song. So I started out with an old Sufjan Stevens song, Kazimir Pulaski Day, which is one of my favorite songs ever, definitely one of my favorite Sufjan songs ever. And I started with that because it kind of felt like in the vibe of some other stuff I wanted to play for you today. So I've got a couple of new songs. One is brand new, like I wrote it half an hour ago. Pardon me. And one is a few months old, but I don't think I've played it maybe ever live on here. So I'm going to play those and some covers, but stop me if you want to hear something specific. And yeah, we'll just settle in for some. It's going to be a nice kind of gentle. It's kind of cold and rainy outside today, a little gray. It feels like a gentler day. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm settling into today. Gentle capo. If there is a theme for today, it's gentle and capo, because all these songs I think have a capo involved. All right, so I'm going to play. I'm going to play the one I just wrote so that I don't forget how to play it, because that happens when I haven't had a chance to practice something a lot of times. Okay, so this is called Two Little Hands, and very, 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 very new, so I'd love to hear what you think of it as well. Okay, I'm just pulling up the lyrics. It's so new that I have to read it off my screen here. As always, too, I'm counting on you to be my sound crew, so if there's anything you can't hear clearly, just let me know. When your daughter isn't coming home, when you're afraid of being all alone, when you got hurt that nobody knows, afraid of what'll happen if you let it go, I will hold you up as best I can with these two little hands. When your mother is a wrecking ball, whether you make it is too close to call. When you're worn right through like an old prayer shawl, I will hold you, soaking in a puddle at the Wailing Wall. I will hold you up as best I can with these two little hands. As best I can with these two little hands. My eyes are blurry and I cannot read your text. All of the life is draining out of me. What's next? I just go through the motions, breaking up these leaves, I guess. One of these storms we're gonna lose that tree, but not yet. Will you hold me up as best you can with your two little hands? Will you hold me up as best you can with those two little hands? I will hold you up as best I can with these two little hands. So that song is so far called Two Little Hands, and it's just a little baby song, not even an hour old. I'm going to play another one for you that's a few months old, but again, I haven't played it publicly, I don't think much at all, if at all. So this came out of kind of a writing retreat, virtual retreat. I was on. Retreats are weird in COVID times, but took some extra time to focus on writing along with some friends around the world who were doing the same thing. And one of them is a poet and had a prompt to write a poem. There was a prompt online to write a poem, and all the poems had to be called "We Are All God's Poems." That was your poem that you submitted had to be called "We Are All God's Poems," I believe. And so it was like come up with all these different responses to that. So I decided to write a song called that, which I'll play for you now. First, I want to say hi to Ellen. Ellen's here. She says, "Sounds great, Dave." Thanks, Ellen. Thanks for letting me know that you can hear everything clearly and whatnot. And yeah, awesome. And Kristen likes the new song. Excellent. Good. Good. I have some big plans for that song, so I'm glad you like it. All right, here we go. This is all God's poems. in the end, a lightning bolt arrives, and truth shines clear as pain. I pray, my friends, we'll all have got it right, or right won't matter. Cause I've heard it said that we're all God's poems, but the problem is poetry's dead. Nobody reads it but the poets who write it, theologians just circling their heads. When I still pray, the voices in my head, they roar like suffering, and I can't say I feel you like I did on that old church carpet trembling. I'm all a mess, a tangle of past lives, versions of me who lived and who died. There is no test, everything is white, and white keeps blooming. Well, I've heard it said that we are God's poems, but the problem is poetry's dead. Nobody reads it but the poets who write it, theologians just circling their heads. Oh, I've heard it said we're all God's poems, but the problem is poetry's dead. Nobody reads it but the poets who write it, theologians just circling their heads. I'm God's first draft, tossed in the trash, thread that led nowhere too fast. But maybe just wait, at the end of the day I'm pulled from the bottom, she flattens the creases, revisions and rewrites, and some masterpiece is born. Yeah, maybe, 'cause I still believe that we're all God's poems, but the problem is poetry's dead. See, nobody reads it but the poets who write it, theologians just circling their heads. Yeah, nobody reads it but the poets who write it, theologians just circling their heads. So that song is called All God's Poems. Hey, my friend Paul's here. Hey, Paul. Good to see you. The new tune is Fire, Triple Fire. That's what I shoot for. That's what I shoot for with songwriting, Triple Fire. All right, so I'm going to do a new song, newish song, but not by me. And I played this at the release party I had for Trying to Be Free, which is a good segue to let you know that I have another live Zoom release party finally coming up. A new song is coming out May 14th called Haunted. You may have heard that song from me before. You can get it online, Spotify, on my website, all those places, but it's very different from, the version that's going to be coming out on May 14th. That's part of my album, Long for This World. So if I'll be putting up the links and stuff to get tickets for that show very soon. It's up at Side Door right now. If you want to go to Side Door, I think it's just sidedoor.com or Side Door Access and search for Von Bieker, you'll find it, but I'll put up the links very soon. And I'd love for you to join me in Zoom so I can see you and we can hang out together. And that'll be a full show, the first full show I've done in a while, because I've been doing a lot of these little impromptu things, which I've been enjoying quite a bit. So thanks for being here with me. Thanks for watching. Again, if you're watching, you want to take a minute just to share to your timeline or invite a friend who you think might enjoy this. That's always super helpful. And if you are here and you haven't said hi yet, please just say hi in the comments. Even if that's all you say, then I just know you're here, and that's it's good just to know who's in the room and who I get to hang out with today at lunch. So the other thing I want to do, announcement-wise, so I'll do it now so I don't forget, is that I am planning a tour to release my album, Long for This World. It's going to be a tour all summer long and fall, and it's called the Long for This Yard Tour because it's going to be happening in yards, in your backyard, your front yard, your schoolyard, your prison yard, any yard you have access to that you want to have me play an outdoor show. We're not able to do shows right now here in Edmonton as of today, but I'm confident that by the time the tour starts in July, that we will be. So I'm planning for that, and there's no risk if we plan a show and we have to cancel it. Then you get your deposit back, all that stuff. So you can go to vonbieker.com. And you'll see a banner right at the top about booking a yard show. And I haven't even announced this anywhere else yet officially, but one really cool perk is I'm making tour t-shirts for this tour. So if you host a show, you can get your name or your family name and your neighborhood listed on the back of the shirt if you book by the end of June. So get your yard show booking in, become an official tour date for the Long for This Yard tour. Yes, I will come to Calgary, I will come to Red Deer, I'll come most places in Alberta. I'm probably going to be going to Saskatchewan. The States I can't do this summer, for all the reasons. It's enough just to think about other living life things, but Canada, I'm in. I'm looking to come and play your yard. So head over to vonbieker.com. You'll find details all about that, or just send me a message, post something in the comments below, whatever, and I'll get back to you. And let's book a show. I've already booked one and another one just about, so I'm excited with how this is going already. So I'm hoping for a full summer of shows, meeting wonderful people like you in person again. All right, so this is a song about not being able to go to the U.S. Oh, Carl's here. You can see my little dog. I don't know if you can hear him with his pattering feet, but you can see my little dog wandering around back there. Anyway, this is a song about not being able to travel yet because that's still the reality as of today. It's a beautiful song by Nick Cave. It's called Albuquerque. By the way, hi, Josh. Josh says, I'm in a room. I think he was referring to the yards. But you have a lot of space outside that room. This morning crawls towards us, darling, with a memory in its paws. Child swims between two boats, her mother waving from the shore, darling. And we won't get to Amsterdam or that lake in Africa, darling. We won't get to anywhere anytime this year, darling. any time this year. Darling, we won't get to anywhere, darling, any time this year. We won't get to anywhere, darling, any time this year. So that song's called Albuquerque. It's by Nick Cave and Warren Ellis on their beautiful album Carnage that you can find everywhere now if you haven't already. So yeah, I'm gonna show this comment from Josh. He says, "I'm in a room," just because you can see the beautiful. He's got this beautiful like wooden room that he plays in that I always think he's inside of a sauna, because I think it was built to be a sauna and then converted into a studio, which is lovely. So. You're in a room, Josh, but what a room. I'm going to end with a song that I was requested to play for a Zoom show on a private Zoom show for a school on Monday by Robin. So I don't know if Robin is out there, but it reminded me that I should be playing this song more. So I'm going to end with this one. It's also a good spring song and a reminder that things are going to be better in the not too distant future, and we're already getting tastes of that already, tastes of spring. So I'm very grateful for that. This is called Beauty Bright. Oh, my Lord, you cast such long, long shadows. Strike a chord from some old song that we both know, and I'll lay down, sing along with my eyes closed, 'cause the light's too bright sometimes. The light can make you blind. Oh, the flowers we collected started wilting, drying out. All those colors will be faded by the morning if we don't stop to keep the beauty bright. If we don't stop to keep the beauty bright. Your strong hand can feel bright. If we don't stop to keep the beauty bright. I always wish I had a nice stand-up bass player. All right, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. It's been another No Tie Tuesday. I'll be back again next week and every week for the foreseeable future. But if you want a full Von Bieker concert experience with my glowing bow tie in the background and interactive segments and all that stuff, that is coming up on May 14th on Zoom, hosted by Side Door Access. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you can be there. Those are always really fun nights. It's a release party, so we always make it a party. I'll figure out exactly how we're going to do that. But the song is Haunted, so maybe you all have to wear bed sheets with the eyes cut out or something. I don't know. Pardon me. Kristen says, so great, so good. Thanks for making our lunch awesome. Well, you're welcome, but I think your quesadillas probably made your lunch awesome, Kristen. So, but I'm glad to be part of it. Music to Quesadilla by. Yeah, I'll see you in a week, and if you want to book a show, head over to vonbieker.com and let's get connected for this summer. Have a great week, everybody. Sun's coming back, I promise.